Celebrating our town's achievements. Oakham is more than just picturesque, it is a town of tradition, character and ambition. Being named in the Sunday Times Best Places to Live is not just an accolade, it's a reflection of the heart and soul of our community. That was, from my perspective, that was an honour for that to have happened, especially as normally we're usurped by Uppingham and by Stamford. So that was really good news. The Christmas light switch on was proof that no matter the weather, no matter storm, Bert, Oakham shines bright with warmth and joy. I still remember vividly the faces of the children soaked to the skin on that lighting, and it was just an absolute joy to actually be there. Seeing smiling families, hearing children's laughter and watching neighbours come together despite the rain and the wind was a reminder of the magic we can create as a community. I really mean that. I thought it was really good. We are dreamers and doers. Through Oakham Traders networking events, we have strengthened support for local businesses and opened new conversations about revitalising the High Street. We have been collaborating with Rutland County Council, not something we've always done terribly well, but it's a joy to see. Lost my place now, isn't that typical? We have worked on free parking initiatives and a town-wide spring clean-up. I know Joy, we're terribly happy about that to start with, because Oakham deserves to be a place of beauty, opportunity and pride. We've made a decision to return Victoria Hall. And this is more than a move, it's a statement. We're preserving a landmark, investing a significant sum of money to refurbish its heating system and ensuring that this historic site remains a hub for community life. Meanwhile, our Oakham Town Council team, Chris Evans, Kathy Geraghty and Lee Anthony, have worked tirelessly in the face of unexpected challenges from all sorts of areas. Collapsed cemetery walls, fallen trees during Storm Daha. Their dedication embodies the Oakham spirit, steadfast, resource and resilient. Yes, we have and are facing staffing challenges. And I ask for your patience as we navigate this transition. But I promise you we are working together towards stronger, more efficient governance, ensuring our town continues to thrive. Every decision we make is rooted in service, whether it's supporting the Ukraine Rotary Impact Club and providing mobility aid donations, overseeing bank changes to improve council operations, or planning for the new community cafe and dance studio at Princess Avenue. We will continue to finance the Hopper bus service and maintaining the street lighting, because accessibility and safety are non-negotiable priorities for Oakham. And we're not stopping there. Join us, be part of the future. It needs to be recognised that change is never immediate and progress is built brick by brick. But if Oakham has taught me anything, it is that when we work together, dream together and act together, we create something truly extraordinary. And this is a punt for people to come and volunteer, which we are always desperately short of. If you share our vision, if you want to be part of this incredible journey, I invite you to reach out, calling 01572 723 627. Your ideas, your passion and your commitment are what makes Oakham strong. Together we move forward. Together we can make Oakham even greater. Thank you. That's the end of my speech. I'd now like to throw things open to the floor. Does anybody have any questions that they'd like to ask at this point?
Can I remain seated, Chair? Can I remain seated?
Of course.
I've lived in this town for 50 years. I've lived in this county even longer, having lived at RAF, North Rutland, because my husband was a member of the RAF. We started Bowman and Rutland there. When Bob was out of the RAF, we had nowhere to shoot, so we started Bowman and Rutland. With the clerk I co-founded Oakham in Bloom. I started Walking for Health. I started the Knit and Natter Club. I was mayor twice and had the honour of greeting the Queen and escorting her around the marketplace. I was also awarded the BEM for services to children, to people, what am I trying to say, Rob? Cancer patients, right? So now you know about me. Can I just add something that bugs me? If you're not elected by the people of Oakham, you are co-opted. You are not elected people. And people on the council keep referring to themselves as being elected. They're not. They're co-opted on. So can we get that one straight, please? Dare I say now, a huge thank you for the clean-up. It wasn't enough, I'm sorry to say. It's the businesses should look after their own shops, fronts. I'm sorry, am I going too fast for the secretary?
You're fine.
Right. I don't know whether Ray Payne's behind me, is it?
No.
No. The doorway between the pharmacy and the furniture shop is an absolute disgrace. I've not named the two shops, but you know which two I'm talking about.
I've got to be honest. Do you mean on the Victoria Hall side of the road or the other side of the road?
The
The other
24-hour
side of the
pharmacy
The other side of
or
the road.
late night pharmacy.
Furniture shop. Has anybody on this council had a look? It was completely, almost knee high with posts. We've been to have a look today.
Oh,
It's
I
been
know
kicked.
Raymond, sorry. Sorry, Joyce, I was just saying
I
that I
should
got
say,
confused.
just be quiet while I'm speaking, please.
Yes.
We've been today to have a look. It was cleared. It's now being filled again. There's posters of Oakham's circus. The place is filthy. I have swilled twice, vomit from there. Is anything going to be done about that doorway? It wants a jolly good clean. If you haven't been to look, go and have a look.
Thank you.
No, I've not finished.
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you had.
The finger post at the marketplace
Yeah.
that's been bumped by some vehicle has been at an angle for the last fortnight. Why isn't somebody rattling the cages of Rutland County Council to put it upright?
Well, can I come back on that one?
Go on.
Yeah, we have actually lodged that with Fix My Street, and we've not yet had any response. As we have two other posts that are leaning over at crazy angles.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we can chase that again.
I've got a Liberal Democrat on the job as
Oh,
well.
good.
The litter bin at Church Passage. For 3 years I've been complaining about that litter bin. 3 years. In the winter it's dangerous because the latch doesn't work. In the dark you can't see that the door is open. Somebody is going to get a bit of a shock. That's 3 years on the go. It wants replacing, and if you can't get it replaced, or you can't afford it, I'll have a garage sale for you. And the lamppost outside CAB, when I rang the chairman of Rutland County Council, she said to me, it wants repainting. She said, if I get the name of the paint, do you think the volunteers of Oakham in Bloom will repaint it? And I just said, no. It's ridiculous that you've done a deep clean, you've got bunting round coast, which I'm really, really pleased about. You've done all this work, and then it's a mess. It wants sorting. People need to walk the town, councillors need to walk the town and look. Okay, now just to put you in the picture, I shall be sitting on the seat outside Congregational Church during June again on Saturdays, because we don't have a decent tourist information centre. And so the sooner you get back into the Victoria Hall so that people can go in and ask, is the museum open? Is the museum not open? Where's the nearest toilet? When they get off these buses, they need to know where to go. End of story. I've had my say.
Thank you very much for your contribution, most valued. And there's clearly a lot to think about. I don't think I can answer those tonight.
No, you can't.
Except Martin, I'll let you in. But I do think that we do need to come back to it. How would you like to be responded to, Joyce? By email or by...
Whatever.
Or a letter through the post, or how?
Email.
Email's fine?
I'll talk soft light. Alt, because I sing alto. Talk soft light is the proper name for a bowman. Just to let you know.
Yes, I have to Google it.
We have your email address, don't we?
I have to Google it.
So, Martin, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I can help on some of the points that Mrs. Lucas has raised. I wasn't there on that day because I'm always around town, but most of Oakham Town councillors spent a day walking around the town with representatives from Rutland County Council. I've attended what we call economic strategy working groups, where the issue of the state of the town has been raised. Things have gone to Rutland County Council about the state of the marketplace. In fact, the leaning poll at the moment was a new poll about 3 or 4 months ago, but it would appear somebody's knocked that one again. As for the deep clean, I don't think it was value for money. I was quite shocked at what it cost and saw people working, but it didn't achieve for what I was led to believe it was to achieve. As for that doorway, I confused it. That's been like that for many years. I don't know who owns it. It's probably a private landlord who probably doesn't care.
I know who owns it.
Yeah.
Would you like to enlighten us, Joyce?
No.
Okay.
In private, maybe.
In private.
Without being recorded.
Yeah, that's fine. The other thing I've always raised, and that is the state of the lampposts, the state of the bins. For 20 years nearly I've lived in Oakham and not seen a lick of paint on the lampposts in the town. So any clean-up and a little bit of weeding that went on doesn't really have much impact on the visual thing because of the state of the bins. Now, bins did come to council, but it's been deferred because we didn't want to spend money on new bins until Rutland County Council had decided what they are doing, because if I'm right, there's a project for town centre improvements which are going on. So it was a case of, I think the council agreed we weren't going to buy those bins because they might be ripped out and thrown away. At the same time, we replaced bins which were reported by residents, dog bins in not far from where you live, Mrs. Lucas, in Princess Avenue. So the council does it when we have to, and if it's reported to us. As for, I have to be careful what I say, because sometimes I want to say to the retailers, actually, can you do a bit more? And to be fair, we have one lady here who works at Victoria Hall, and I've been past many Saturdays where she's sweeping outside, and she's management. So people do. We have a pub in Northgate, but it would be nice if a few more people took a bit of care. You know, we had literally no decorations for VE Day through any shops. We had the florist did it, but there seems to be a thing locally where nobody wants to do anything. It's an apathy, I'm told. That's not my word, but that's what I've been told, that there's a general sense of apathy, which is sad, because as a town council, I believe we've had our issues, but in the last 6 months I've been on the council, I've seen evidence that the town council does care for the town and wants to see it improve, but we are, am I right to say that we are sort of sometimes just knocking our head on the wall a bit when we're dealing with other organisations? Then I'll shut up there.
Thank you. I was just going to say, if you could count.
Just to say, today we passed a shop with a bowl for the dog to have a drink. Either side there were 2 lumps of weeds. Can't understand why the shop owner didn't pick those weeds out.
Weeds, I thought you said weeds. Weeds, okay, thank you.
This high green.
Okay.
Yeah, we need a bit more pride.
It's up to the businesses of the town to do something.
We have got a lot of initiatives underway, and I don't think that we can have any silver bullets.
No.
But I do feel that we are moving in the right direction, but there's still an awful lot to be done, and I cannot argue with that. So
3 years for one litter bin is a hell of a long time.
it would seem so. Yes. Okay, thank you. Is there anything else? Thank you very much. Do we have anybody else wish to speak? Councillor Brooks? No?
No, I was trying, I hope I'm not going to be in trouble afterwards, but I think
I can't see
tried to be
one earthly
helpful.
reason why you should be. And so you want to say nothing more, Joyce?
Just wanted to know why you've got so many vacancies and why people are not standing.
I'd love to know that reason. I'd love to know that reason.
Yeah.
I mean, we work very hard to try and recruit.
It's a shame.
Yes, it is a shame. Okay, I'd like to thank everybody for their contributions, and if there's no more business, then we'll terminate the meeting at 18:20 according to mine. Thank you very much indeed.